Welcome to Bomb, a ministry when life offers you no other option but God. And I want to talk about how delays are designs. And I'm sitting here kind of waiting for to make a delivery. And my load was supposed to be ready a couple of hours ago. And I couldn't find the load, and I couldn't get to my destination as I had planned on it and scheduled it to be. And became a little bit irritated because I'm the kind of individual that when there's work to be done, I like to try and get work done. Believe in working. And so I'm sitting here kind of waiting, a little frustrated, and I begin to hear the Lord again speak to me about delays being designs. Delays are being designs. All of us all over across America understand a delay so well. From getting on an airplane and your airplane being delayed because of weather, or even just coming to a red light, and you was hoping that it would be green so you wouldn't have to stop because you're trying to get to a designated place. And just different things that tend to be like little hurdles and speed bumps in our lives, and we get a little frustrated because we're in this forward motion, we're in this forward place of progress, and then we have to stop and wait. And the Spirit of the Lord began to talk to me again about this, about how don't get frustrated when something is delayed. Don't get discouraged when things are delayed, because if it had not been for the delay, something else could have occurred. There could have been anything waiting on me had I been trying to get out and try and get it done and get it over with and say, let's go. And so often we are in such a rush in so many areas, in relationships, trying to be with somebody, trying to find that right person, and we'll rush into things, not carefully evaluating the whole situation. Or even in areas of ministry, we'll begin to just try and rush and try and make things work. Or even just in our own personal life, trying to get from A to B, and we get delayed by a red light. We get delayed because somebody cut us off. We get delayed but because of anything that happens, and we never ever stop to think that maybe God is using this delay to slow us down because we're getting ahead of something that's supposed to transpire. And God is trying to prevent us from getting hurt. God is trying to prevent us, because all things work together for good. So why come delays couldn't be for our good? We have to evaluate and see the significance of a delay. A delay is something that sort of stutter steps, if you will. It kind of prolongs the current motion in order to set it course, or set at liberty, or set into a different direction things that are supposed to occur. So instead of me getting to my destination at, say, 11 o'clock, I may get there at 11:05. Now, what a whole lot can occur in 5 minutes that we don't even take in consideration because we're too focused on the right now. We're too focused on what's going on right now. God, why can't I have it right now? Why can't I get it achieved right now? What's taking it so long? I've been waiting 15 years for someone in my life. I've been waiting 20 years for someone in my life. Listen, let me tell you something. God is a strategic God in the things that he does in our lives. And he would not allow a delay to come to pass, to be encountered in your life, if it was not for a reason for you to stop and evaluate and show appreciation to God slowing down the process. I think when we begin to understand how God will slow down the process in our lives, that we will better be able to understand God's movement and how God does things. Because God is a swift God. He can move things swift. He can open the door overnight, and he can cause anything to to transport and to teleport into the next dimension just like that. And you could be sitting on your couch one day, and then the next day you could be doing ministry all around the world just overnight, because God is just that kind of God. I think my word says that he is a redeemer of time, and God has the ability to speed up, but we never ever take in consideration on God's ability to slow down as well, because there is something else that God is trying to manifest, and God is trying to display, and God is trying to reveal within the delays. Delays are strategic in God's perfect plan as well, because even Jesus, glory to God, even Jesus waited an additional day on Lazarus' death so that God's glory could be revealed. And sometimes God must delay so that his glory may be manifested in things. And so we shouldn't get discouraged. I shouldn't get discouraged. And after I began to really look at that thing as the way God was trying to present it to me, I really began to say, God, I thank you. I appreciate the delay. I thank you for the delay. The delay was needed for my life, God, because now you're teaching me also temperance. Glory to God. I feel the presence of the Lord in this. Now my delay is needed for temperance so that I can better evaluate, because when we're in a rush, we're not thinking. But when we have to slow down, God gives us the ability to contemplate and to level out our situation for the better, for the betterment of our good. And God is saying that all things work together for our good. But stop and think. Next time you're stopped at a red light and you wanted to go forward and you have to wait, or you run into a construction or something that stops your forward progress, stop and think about God's design in the delay, and really get the fullness of appreciating God for slowing things down in your life so that you can better assess the direction that you need to go in your life. Because delays are such a blessing in God. Just because our flesh want to get it done does not mean that God has to move in that time. He even delayed Abraham's birth, Abraham giving birth to Isaac on purpose, for a purpose of his complete promise, because God is simply trying to show us that delays are a part of his plan as well. Appreciate the delay. Appreciate God slowing things down in your life. Appreciate him waiting a little longer for you to get married, for you to start your ministry, for you to do your business, whatever it is that he's trying to do in your life. When you begin to understand your delays a little more, then you'll really begin to see the fullness of God's complete plan for your life. Just thought I wanted to share that with somebody. I pray it's a blessing to somebody's heart to really thank God and stop and really appreciate his delays for design. This is Birth of Life Ministry, when life offers you no other option but God. God bless you and God keep you is my prayer.